Do y'all know about Mammoth Cave in Kentucky? Because this place definitely wins as the spookiest place in the natural world. First of all, it is the longest natural cave system in the world, with 420 mapped miles of passages. And that isn't even all of it. Experts believe this only represents 10% of the total cave. It's also considered one of the most haunted places in the US, with more than 150 documented paranormal events, many from credible witnesses like park rangers and scientists. Early Native Americans were the first to find the cave nearly 4,000 years ago. They bravely explored about 6 miles of the cave with the only light source coming from their torches, some of which you can still find in the cave today, perfectly preserved. But then, after nearly 2,000 years of visiting the cave, Native Americans just stopped going there. And that's when the white settlers came in. The cave was then rediscovered in the 19th century and was eventually purchased by Dr. John Croghan for $10,000 in 1839. With this purchase, Croghan received several enslaved people, one of whom was a cave guide named Stephen Bishop, and who the National Park Service now deem as one of the greatest explorers Mammoth Cave has ever seen, which is far more than what Dr. Croghan contributed, which was just straight up creepy. He used the cave as a tuberculosis tent and moved 15 patients inside, thinking that the conditions of the cave would cure their TB. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Dr. Croghan's consumption colony was a total fail, with Croghan dying of TB himself in 1849. Now here's the spooky part. You can still see the remains of Dr. Croghan's consumption cabins while touring the cave. And in front of one of these cabins is a slab of stone, upon which the dead bodies of the TB patients were placed before being removed from the cave. This slab is aptly called Corpse Rock. Some people say they can still hear coughing in this section of the cave. And that is just where the paranormal encounters begin. During a blackout, which is when the guide will turn off all electric lights to show you what it would feel like to explore the cave with just an oil lantern, guide Larry Purcell noticed a black family standing behind the rest of his tour group, which surprised Purcell because he hadn't noticed any black tourists in his group. When Purcell turned the electric lights back on, he looked for the black family but couldn't find a single African American on his tour. The room where the ranger saw the black family is called the Methodist Church because miners once held religious services there. During those days, if a black family attended a service, it was customary for them to stand back a distance away from the whites in the group. Besides ghosts, the cave also holds bodies. One mummy found from pre-Columbian times, dubbed Lost John, was found under a 6-ton boulder that had crushed him while mining. The body was so well preserved that his woven sandals, the fabric on his clothing, even his facial expression was completely intact. The cave essentially freeze-dried him into place. And don't forget, we're capping off Spooky Science series with our Halloween YouTube episode dropping on October 30th. You don't want to miss that.